realize I'm powerless, and to realize that it's not rocket science or brain surgery what we're doing, and that human beings need to be valued in the environment, and they're not in Hollywood. There's a plug-and-play mentality, and what that means is plug somebody in, burn them out, and just bring somebody else in. Like, I try to manage the whole person. To me, that's the most important part of my job, is to care about the people and to keep them safe. Because a lot of the stuff we do is dangerous with action and things like that. It's very dangerous. The legacy that I would like to leave is that you can be a gentleman in a position of, quote, power or control, and still be a servant and love people. That I can love God and love people in every environment that I'm in, and no matter how intense it gets, that I'm a servant. If that makes sense. Oh my goodness. How long do you have?
I have all day.
You should go on IMDb and look it up. I have worked on, recently I have done the Jack Ryan series for Amazon that's coming out next year. I just did Versace and Kanan for Ryan Murphy Television. I'm currently doing 911. I did the Grey's Anatomy pilot many years ago. I did the How I Met Your Mother pilot years ago. I did House and the entire first season of the TV show House. I did a show called Deadwood. I've done Monk. I was on Monk for 3 seasons. I did a show called The Player recently. I did a show called Life. Lie to Me is another one I did years ago. Movies of Clear and Present Danger, Waterworld, Get Shorty, HBO stuff, Poodle Springs. I did a movie called That Thing You Do with Tom Hanks a long time ago. It's a lot of stuff.
Do you have a favorite?
All of them.
All of them?
Waterworld's probably one of my favorites. It was such a challenge and so much fun to work on. It was really fun. Still married, and my children still love me after all these years, because it's really hard to do what I do, and I travel a lot for work in order to do it. And the fact that I still have a family, because that's something that suffers in Hollywood, is family, because people don't prioritize. I lead a Peter Pan life. Do you know what that means? I run away to Never Never Land every day, and I don't have to necessarily grow up. And I never want what I'm doing at work to be more important than the people I love and care about. And I love and care about all the people that I work with, but my family, they tend to suffer because it's one of those things where I can be so obsessed with getting the job done. And so as I mature, I'm learning to be able to devote more time and energy to my family, even when I don't feel like I have time. And I'm learning to share with other people like you guys coming up that may think they want to do something like this, how to value your family in your life, because that's the first thing that goes when you're working so many terrible hours. Any idea?
No idea.
No, I'm learning to just be present where I am. I mean, I'd like to be directing and producing. I'd like to be encouraging other people who are coming up in the business to change the tone and culture of the business by hopefully having a heart the way that I do, because there's not a lot of people in the position that I'm in who actually care the way that I seem to care. And when I meet them, I'm so happy to meet them and connect with them, because being together with groups of people who do that, that's how you change culture. That's how you shape culture. That's what Christianity was all about, was not whether you sprinkle and dunk, kneel or bow, or whether you believe what the Bible is true or not. He was teaching us how to live differently in the face of the adversity of a culture. And I live in a very adverse culture, and I hope that I emanate that and bring unity and care and hope and forgiveness and awareness that there's something way bigger than what we're doing right now that needs to be kind of part of who you are. That's kind of my deal. It's going to be a very different place. I think that places like this in Renton and places like Nashville and places like Atlanta will become more central focuses to it, meaning that people will begin making product and getting it distributed outside the Hollywood system, and it won't be the same system anymore. Yeah, that it would become more focused on the employees and not the bottom line, but that's any business, you know, it's a tough business. I'm a Jesus freak,
Yeah.
so he does, but in this culture today, it's hard. I don't know, man. That's a really hard question for me. People that you would never have heard of that I work with, you know, who've got great attitudes and humble hearts. Anyone who's got a humble heart and a great attitude and wants to serve people really inspires me. But a willingness to show up for life prepared me for life. But no, and I phoned in most of my education. I was very distracted by other things.